Hello, and welcome to Dead Notes, a horror and cult film podcast. I am Kevin, and the big and veiny hunk next to me is the one that will get our sweet asses into Midian.
I'm Alan, and we're talking about Nightbreed, 1990.
Most excellent.
It's excellent, and I've recommended this movie to a couple people since we discussed doing it, and people seem to not like it. I didn't know this was a thing.
Yeah. I think a lot of people felt like it was kind of misrepresented within the film because a lot of people were all about, the cabal, and all that.
Yeah, well,
people that dove hardcore into it, they're more unlikely to.
It follows the book pretty closely because, the writer-director of the movie is the writer of the book.
No, yeah, exactly. But like it being transcribed into film, I think left a lot of people with a lot of questions because the comics you read, right? I haven't read any of the comics. I haven't even read the book, so shoot me. But I've always been a fan of the movies. But the comics keep going, right?
Yeah.
So I think to a lot of people, they're just left like kind of like me. I was like left like, oh man, but I never read any of the comics either. So I didn't get to venture down that side, which is what I really want to see too. I'd love to see that come out in film form.
Yeah. Well, it's like that meme, it's like because when Boone says we don't like priests here, it's like that meme where he's like, "Are we the baddies?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's kind of a gray area whether the Nightbreed are good or bad.
Yeah, I love it.
To me, they're good.
I don't care.
To me, they're good. Yeah, obviously.
I think they're good. They're just, they're the what would you call it? The outsiders, like like the movie Outsiders.
Yeah, they live on the fringe, man.
But they ain't here to hurt no one.
Yeah.
The real monster walks amongst the normal ones. You know what I'm saying? It's a tale as old as time.
Yes, sir. But I won't talk too much about specific technical things, obviously, like we never do, just because it's been said to death. What more could we say about it? But
yeah, it's been already analyzed.
I did notice something in the intro, the title card, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did it remind you of the newer Marvel logo where it shows all the action scenes behind the font?
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. I didn't even think about that.
I think they fucking ripped off Nightbreed.
Yeah, I think so too. Because I was about to say, I love that. I've always loved that opening title, man. It's great. Like just seeing them all in like ecstasy, like just living their life.
Apparently Marvel liked it too.
Yeah. They're like, he's got something.
Yep. That boy's got something there. Let's fucking steal it.
Years later.
Yeah. But you get like you don't know it yet, but they're kind of spoiling the underlying story, like the main story with the cave paintings. You know, on a second watch you can understand it, but when you first watch it, you may not even remember what you saw after the movie begins.
And Barker did all these paintings as well. It's out of one of his bigger paintings that he did, right?
I have no idea about that.
I think he did. If I remember correctly. I could be wrong. If I am wrong, please email us at deadnotespodcast@gmail.com. We said it right this time. I want to see in the beginning how many emails that random deadnotes@gmail.com got. Like if we got any just saying you guys are horrible.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
What the fuck? What are you, a bunch of sky holes?
Motel Hell is a masterpiece. Fuck Alan. Right?
You sky holes? You guys are a bunch of ground holes.
your poem fucking sucked, dick. Comma dick. Comma dick. Not that
Comma.
it sucked dick.
Yeah. Comma. Dick.
Comma dick.
Yeah.
But
Oh shit.
okay, you go into the quote unquote nightmare, which kind of turns into a circus at the end.
Mm-hmm.
But
I've had dreams like that. It all starts off calm.
Where you're getting chased through the cemetery by the Nightbreed.
Yeah. I was getting chased by this random guy I've seen go down our state route here. He usually don't have a shirt on and he's driving his mower. So I was usually being chased
Australian?
by him. No.
Okay.
He's very Ohioan.
Australian makes it scarier.
Yeah, I don't know.
He'll jam his thumb right in your ass.
Oh shit.
Well, yeah, but anyway, what do you think about Cronenberg playing Decker?
I think they couldn't have gotten anybody better because he is such a cold person anyway. Just his personality, he's just so weird. So I've always loved Cronenberg anyway. But I think if they would have put somebody else, I don't know if it would have worked out really.
So I like his line delivery, how it's real kind of monotone and soft spoken, but I don't think he's a good actor. I do think he's a good physical actor. If that is him in the button face costume, the whatever you want to call it,
the zipper face or whatever. The zipper face or whatever, I think is what
well, I was trying to in the book they call him a lot of different shit.
Yeah.
Like button face and I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what you would officially call him, but anyway.
A badass, because that's one of the best like horror people ever,
Oh yeah.
That costume is awesome.
I fucking love his physical acting. Like when in the first scene when he murders the family, the way he just slashes that woman and then kind of just stands there and watches her, it's fucking awesome.
It's cold as fuck, dude. It's great.
But his line delivery is kind of I might be picking it apart a little too much, but I like his monotone, soft-spoken voice. It fits the character, but I don't necessarily think he's a good actor. That's my stance on it. I love that he's in it because I too love Cronenberg.
I think that like his delivery and stuff, I think it suits his role, honestly, because he's it's so off-putting, but it's so professional, but it's twisted all at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And I think that fits what character he's playing, in normal life, not him in his like true form. You know what I'm saying? You could just have a sense that there's just something not right with this guy. Like there's something deeper going on, but that's just always like what I thought. I think that's why I always liked him, because he could pass every day,
Oh, yeah.
in this world, and everybody would be like, oh, but if you really are like listening to him, you're like, there's something not firing correctly with him. There's ulterior motives at stake. And
I'll say, right, no homo, but the guy has some beautiful eyes.
That's the first thing that'll get you.
I was lost in him. I was like, this man has a beautiful set of peepers on him.
Yeah.
But we're skipping ahead just a little bit.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to talk about the first meeting with him and Boone, where if you're watching a movie for the first time, you don't pick up on it, and obviously if you read the book, it helps a little bit. But just what he's doing is fucking genius. To be a serial killer and manipulate a patient into confessing for your crimes, is fucking genius. It's like, why hasn't someone done that?
Yeah.
I mean, he hypnotizes him and suggests that this shit is true, that he really did it. And how fucking, man.
Yeah.
I need
Incredible.
to, I'm gonna go to school to be a therapist. Because then I can kill motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I'll be like, Kevin, do you need some therapy?
Yeah. I'm all in.
You know, he's like showing him pictures. He's got tape. He's like, you want to hear it?
Yeah.
Or no,
you did this.
He's like, do you want to hear the tape? I'll play it for you.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear all the murders? 6 families killed in 10 months. And at first I didn't think you did it. You know, he's like, speak softly in my ear and hypnotize me with your beautiful peepers.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
He'd have you at hello.
Oh yeah, it'd be like, yeah.
Take my freedom.
I'd be like, you complete me.
Oh man. Oh shit.
Dogs and bees smell fear.
What you described on those tapes, Aaron, was very detailed, very specific. Houses, faces. These houses, these faces.
Oh, I don't remember.
Would you like to hear it?
No.
You want to talk about Lori a little bit?
Yeah.
Lori's concert performance?
Yeah. Phenomenal.
I'll tell you, I don't know what she was doing on stage, but to me it looked like she had an adult diaper on and was taking a shit the whole time. Her facial expressions, I was like, if I were Clive Barker, I'd have been like, we gotta have another take and stop doing that with your face. What are you doing? Are you holding in a fart?
Yeah.
And what a terrible song.
Johnny, I said we would do just to see what he would do. You stood there, you hung your head, made me wish that I would jump. Johnny, get angry, Johnny, get mad. Give me the biggest letter I ever had. I want a brave man,
Right? I
Yep.
mean, I was like, you know, because Boone shows up, you know, he gets drugs, which I forgot to mention. Decker gives Boone drugs, which fucking doctors, that's true to life. He's just like, oh, you got a problem? Here's some drugs. So
by
Boone
the way, you killed a family.
Yeah. Here, take these. They'll help. That's all the information he needed, because God forbid you trust your doctor, right? They're just pushing pills on people. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole, but anyway, he's fucked up walking through the streets, and he shows up at the concert, and he hears about 5 seconds of her song, and he's like, "This is fucking killing." What the? He gets out of there.
Yeah.
Right. He was like, "Are you taking a shit on stage?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Disgusting.
Oh,
You's a
shit.
nasty bitch.
Oh my god. Straight fucking gold, dog.
Yep. Old Boone almost gets hit by a truck.
It's all them drugs, man.
Oh yeah. Fucking he goes to the hospital and says he took lithium, and the doctor's like, "Fuck no, that ain't lithium, man. That's a lab quality hallucinogen."
I know we're gonna go back just like a little bit, but there's like a really random scene. Like, remember when he's like, this is before, you know, he has the meeting with Decker and all that stuff, but like he's down welding, you know, or whatever, and she comes to visit him.
Yeah.
What the hell kind of kiss was that? You know what I'm talking about?
I would have to. I would have to rewatch it. I don't know.
He's like eating her face. It was so weird. It's always just been kind of weird. Like, what the fuck was that? I don't know.
I think most people can relate to that, though. I mean, you've never kissed a girl that tried to eat your fucking face.
Well,
not everybody's a good kisser. Don't hate on Boone. Boone is an amateur.
I don't know, man.
Oh, he might be a good boy. Maybe he hasn't kissed a lot of whores.
Yeah. Oh my god. This is going to be funny.
The best, what I consider the best character in the movie, Narcisse, right?
You like Narcisse?
To me, yes, he's the best. He is worth the price of admission.
Why do you like Narcisse?
Because I think that the actor is funny. He's good for the role. He's definitely his mannerism, everything about him. He's but the character himself, I mean, if you watch it when it's like he's cutting it, you think he's cutting his face off. No, he's cutting everything else off.
Yeah, I know. Dude's awesome, man. I just wanted to hear like your opinion on him before I start mine.
and where did he get those little thumb knives? He's in a fucking mental hospital. No, he's not in a mental hospital. He's just randomly standing in a regular hospital, right? Or is that a mental
I think it's supposed to be, yeah.
Because, I mean, he's got his face pressed up against the glass the first time you see him, pleading to Midian to come take him away.
Yeah, because that's where he belongs.
Like Midian is some kind of Calgon. but man, you look, Gigi Allen ain't got shit on Narcisse.
No. Maybe though.
Smearing a turd on your face is amateur night compared to what he does.
Yeah.
First, I have to show you. That's how it works. Show me what? My true face. That's what these are for. I'm an actor, see? There's a face beneath this face.
No! Let me! You have to see me. First I show you, then you take me with you.
So, tell me your opinion on him. You said you had some thoughts.
I think Narcisse was awesome because he was kind of like an anti-hero in a way because he kind of saved Boone, but he had his own demons, which was why he probably wasn't immediately allowed into Midian. You know what I'm saying? And he ends up like still kind of comes around. I know we'll get ahead of it, but he kind of comes around in the end. He's like, I'm helping you out still or whatever, even though he kind of fucked him over, I like those characters because I don't know. I just think I like to come around with it. And he's fucking and he's fucking crazy. Motherfucker cut his fucking face off. Well, almost his face off. Like
no, that's what I'm saying. He looked like he was going to cut his face off, but then he peels everything off around it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's nasty.
Those are that guy needs special pants to fit the fucking size of balls he's got.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. I love it.
Yeah, he's fucking cool, and there's obviously there's other things that make him like me later on in the movie. Like he kind of has some common interests with Chop Top.
Yeah,
because he ends up with his own little nubbins at one point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's great, man. You can't go down there.
But you had a chance to go down into Midian, would you?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I think I would.
I'd have constantly be covered in quills, obviously, but I would go if you know what I'm saying.
Well, would you go in there looking for the which one would you be looking for?
I'd be spending my days with Shuna Sassy.
Yeah.
I'd be like, it's not technically bestiality.
Yeah.
Although I got all these porcupine quills all over me.
I was about to say that's exactly who you're going to be running down with. That's what.
Yeah. She's like Midian's whore. She's a graveyard whore.
One of them grave whores.
Yep, she's like a siren luring me to the rocks.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she's
fucking awesome.
She's Midian's temptress somehow. I don't understand how a porcupine lady is like you're I don't. I'll talk more about that later because we're not even close to that.
Yeah.
But they introduced Detective Joyce at this point, and you kind of find out that Decker's manipulating the police.
Yeah, he's got it all playing, which also plays into like a lot of serial killer shit, which I like how he worked that in. How, some serial killers just like being around to see the scene of the crime, or, in what Kemper's case, he hung out with police all the time, and, just to fall in line with them, it keeps you're hiding in plain sight, basically, just as he's doing this entire time.
Yeah. Like yeah, he's his character's great. I mean, his everything about him is fucking genius. But yeah, I mean, if you don't pay attention, it doesn't seem that way, but what he's doing is awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of if you were not for a normal person, for a serial killer, for an actual kind of smart serial killer.
Yeah.
I don't mean everybody should befriend the police, kill a bunch of people, and manipulate your patients into believing they've done it. But
But
right?
You're trying to say like when in Rome,
Yeah. Yep. Those are my juniper bushes.
Oh shit.
But we'll get to Boone arriving at Midian finally.
Yeah.
Falling asleep somehow in the graveyard.
I've done that a couple times.
Yep.
I didn't wake up till like Midian though. I think there was a couple times I was hoping, but
yeah,
the good old days. The good old days.
Yeah.
Do you ever have that happen to you?
What? Fall asleep in a graveyard?
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
We've known each other long enough. Indeed.
Yeah. We did it when it was cool, right?
Yeah, we did it before it was cool, like hipsters.
Yeah,
like we were sleeping in graveyards before the Lost Boys said it was the safest place on the planet.
Oh my god! Yeah.
And
oh my god!
But another one of I think one of the better characters in the movie, because he does come around, and he kind of, I don't know, Peliquin and Mac tonight.
Yeah.
Forever
Mac tonight.
People are gonna listen to this and be like, "Who the fuck is Mac tonight?" Look it up.
Yeah,
I know that's a reference that ages me, but Kinski is Mac tonight.
That's right.
100%.
Yeah, he was I heard like Clive was like eating a lot of late night hamburgers when he was like trying to put the screenplay together and, you know, get all of his characters put together and everything. And that's how he came about to the makeup artist. And he was just like, here. And he handed him down like the advertisement we used to get in the newspapers. And he was like, this Kinski says it all over it.
Well, I was going to say, I was going to do an impression of Clive Barker, but it might be offensive. So I'll preface it by saying I love Clive Barker.
Absolutely.
But I imagine he was like, get me one of those McDonald's sandwiches. I like the Happy Meals.
I need a Mac tonight.
And he got the little box and was like, "Who is this man with the moon for a head? He's so dreamy. I think I'll make a character in my movie." Sorry, that's the last I'll do.
We love you, Mr. Barker.
I fucking love Clive Barker.
Yeah, he's amazing.
And
we're just poking you in the ribs a little.
I'm just teasing you, mister. I love you.
Mac tonight.
Yeah.
Forever Mac tonight.
Mac tonight. Yeah, that's an old reference. So some people will have to look that up. And the little doggy wakes up Boone.
Mm-hmm.
Who in real life, they don't give the dog a name in the movie. And I don't think they name him in the book either, but it's Onaka's dog, and it's played by a dog who in real life is named Frank.
Yeah.
I fucking hate when people name their dogs human names.
Oh, get out of here.
No offense, Kevin.
We got Jimmy and Brody and Jesse and Duke,
yeah.
But, you know.
And you know what?
Uncle Jesse. And there it goes.
I was like, did that boy name his dog after a human being? That's the last time I'm doing that. Sorry.
It's perfect. Perfect.
So, to me, Pelican, right?
Yeah.
He seems to be like Boone is supposed to be the chosen one. He's the prophecy.
Mm-hmm.
He's the cabal, right?
Right.
But to me, Pelican seems to suit that role better, doesn't he?
I definitely. He's got all that, but they always put that person in those kind of roles, like the unlikely prophecy. You know, it's always going to be the one that like fits the model to it all, which would be him, not Boone. You know.
If this movie were made recently, I would have swore to you that was Jake Busey playing Pelican.
I could see that. Absolutely. I could totally see that. Yeah. That's
like
funny.
if you watch The Frighteners, put some red makeup on him in that.
Yeah.
Kind of looks
some tentacle hair.
Yeah. Some hentai hair.
Yeah.
He's got the tentacles on his head. It's time to get masturbating.
Oh shit.
Pelican wants to eat Boone though.
Yeah, he's meat. That's all he is to him. He's meat.
We should take him below, Pelican.
He's not Nightbreed. He's natural.
No. I've killed people. I'm like you. That's why I'm here.
Shut the fuck up. You're meat.
If we eat him, we break the law.
That goes back to are we the baddies?
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Or are they misunderstood? I mean, honestly, no one should be walking through there. That's like their one and only area to be able to live and prosper. You know,
he wasn't down in Midian though. He was sleeping in the graveyard.
I know, but that's all their turf, man.
I suppose.
If you're not let in.
Well, they were also breaking rules, so Pelican is Pelican is kind of a outlaw in
Yeah,
this scene. He's breaking the law.
Yeah, he's the one that wants to be the prophecy, and that's it's pure. It's jealousy. He's like no one else. But of course, they probably can't sense that Boone's like a part of any of this yet. Anyway, they don't know who the fuck he is.
Well, he's still a natural at this point.
Yeah, he's not converted.
He's one of us pile of shit human beings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely, and that's all they're seeing. So once again, they're just trying to do their thing, and these motherfuckers keep walking into their shit. Like.
And Mac tonight is trying to save his life.
Mm-hmm.
Because Boone tries to escape.
Mm-hmm.
Technically he does escape. And
technically.
Mac tonight stops Pelican. He's like,
it's all within the prophecy though, because they would probably know he's gonna die and come back.
Yeah. And,
it's a part. It's what's written.
It's written. It's painted on the walls. And
it's painted on the walls.
Someone left some Crayola chalk, sidewalk chalk, and we made our cave paintings with them. Just saying, go back to the intro. Those are chalk paintings. They look like sidewalk chalk.
I would still have my walls covered in it though, because it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it is pretty good. But we run into Decker again because once he escapes the graveyard, he runs right into the fucking police. What would you call that?
The police squad.
Yeah, they're just sitting there waiting for him.
Yep.
Somehow Decker pulls some bullshit and says he's got a gun.
Yeah, I know that fucking. He's like, he's got a gun.
Boone, it's gonna be okay. They know everything now. I've explained everything to them. They're not gonna hurt you.
I didn't do it. I didn't hurt anyone.
Of course you didn't.
Can you believe me?
I believe you.
He's got a gun!
No!
You ever try doing that to somebody when the cops got him pulled over?
No, but you better not fuck with me because I got an idea now. It's in my head. I'll be like, Kevin's got a gun. And then they'll blast you and it'll turn your legs and it'll give you frog legs.
Yeah.
It's like
the frog legs.
Like, could he have been wearing any more unflattering pants? That is the flattest cardboard crotch, flat as a board, and it looks like he's got little frog legs when they kill him.
I hope if that happens and I go down with frog legs, you come over and straighten them out.
Well, yeah, I would. I'd do that for you, and I'd delete all your porn off your computer, and I'd do all the duties.
I do you right.
Yes, sir.
Refurbish everything.
And his goddamn pants are so tight, I think you could shoot his big toe off and it wouldn't even bleed. Be like, what the fuck? There is no circulation getting down to those little pitties.
Those little pitties.
Right.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Poor guy. And, when he's in the morgue, right? Did you notice those bullets were clearly brand new? They were not fired out of a gun ever. They're like, look at this, I got a bullet. Like, no. And
maybe he's just really soft.
But what do you think about the morticians?
Every single time there's a mortician in a movie, I absolutely love it. Because they are kind of like the comedy.
Did they remind you of anyone?
No, I can't say offhand.
I submit to you that this is Chong and Lamar. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
because when
shit.
when Lamar is talking,
Yeah.
he's clearly Lamar-esque, right? Wink, wink.
Yeah, I got you.
I was the whole time he was talking, I was like thinking, we got Booger Presley on the mean guitar and a rap by little old me Lamar.
Sweet dreams.
You know.
Oh my fuck! Holy shit, dude!
Right? Because when I was a kid, and I'm sure everybody that saw Revenge of the Nerds when they were young was like, "This is the fucking coolest shit." They are owning these assholes.
Yeah.
But if you go back and watch it, you're like, "Oh God, I can't even fucking look at the screen." As soon as Lamar goes, break.
Now,
like,
next time I watch this, I'm not going to unsee any of that.
How in a million years did I ever think that scene in Revenge of the Nerds was awesome? And I didn't even look.
I don't know how you could remember shit so fucking well to where when you watch the scene, you're like, "Oh, that's Lamar." Oh my God.
It's just funny because it's like I didn't even look it up, but I'm pretty sure it could be the same guy fucking playing him. I don't know. But he came in and he was like, I think we got some bullets out of it. I was like, that's fucking Lamar.
Yeah. Maybe like Revenge of the Nerds was their origin story, and like this is where they ended up.
Yeah. Hey man.
Oh my fucking God, Lamar. Forever.
You gotta watch that scene back.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna fuck up. Yeah, I'll watch it. I'll watch it again. I'll probably put it in next week and go through it again just to see that.
That is 100% Lamar.
Oh my God, dude. I might just fucking, after we're done, I might just go back just to watch that whole part instead. Boone's bite starts reanimating him.
Mention.
Yeah, he got that bite, and they were going through that during Lamar was, going through all the clothes, and they were going through all of his wounds, and he had this giant bite mark that started like making him come back to life.
Yeah. Yeah. The Pelican bit him, which we forgot to mention. So
I thought we talked about that. Yeah, okay.
I don't think we did. It's like Midian vampirism, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, so he bit him because he was hungry, obviously. Mac tonight wasn't
meat.
Yeah, Mac tonight wasn't peddling any burgers that evening. He was too busy, doing other things.
Yeah. Well, Mac tonight was like, there's not even any pink slime in him.
What do you think this is?
If you don't know what I'm talking about, Google McDonald's pink slime and prepare to never want to eat there again. Anyway, so Chong walks in a room and he's like, "Hey man, somebody taking your body." and they left all these brand new bullets here, man. They've never even been fired. Terrible impression, I know, but he's picking up the bullets off the floor like, man, these ain't even been fired, man. Lamar looked at it and was like, break.
It's like, that's so last season.
So Decker gets confirmed as the killer.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, because unless he's just a guy that likes knives, right?
Right. Just a collector.
Yep. sitting, just a collector, sitting in his masturbation lair, listening to tapes of Boone. Yeah, I think, I mean, maybe I'm wrong about this, but is this like on a first viewing? Is this the first time you would know that he's the killer?
I think obviously
I've seen it so many
time,
times.
yeah, it's kind of a wash right now.
Yeah, I've seen it so many times where I know he's the killer, so I don't really. It doesn't really register in my head when a first viewer would find out that he's the murderer. But I think it's this scene, maybe
where it all comes to pass. Yeah, because they got you hanging on the fact that he is, but I can't say either because I've seen this. Long ago when I watched it, I can't remember if I was like, oh, Decker's definitely the the killer. Boone's the killer. I don't know. I think if I remember anything, I didn't really know who the killer was, and they were trying to get to the bottom of it in my head. But man, I can't remember. I just remember one thing.
I honestly can't remember ever a moment where I was surprised that he was the killer. So I don't know. I really don't know.
I do remember he was always creepy to me. Decker was, so I was always. I remember always, was suspicious of him, obviously, but
that's because of his beautiful eyes and his soft voice. You knew that if he started talking to you, that you'd be under his spell.
He'd woo us.
Am I on to something there, Kevin?
Yeah, I don't know.
You'd be like, yes, sir. Of course I'll get in your van.
Of course I killed all those people.
Yeah. Yep. And Lori, has finally passed the stool and is heading to Midian.
Yes. She is on her way.
And she meets a character that I liken to Roz from Frasier.
Oh my God.
Cheryl Ann.
Yeah.
Because she's just at the bar trying to get butt fucked or something.
Yeah.
And who answers the call?
Oh.
It sure isn't Decker. It's Curtis. It's Curtis the banker.
Yes.
I was all like, Curtis, are you a banker?
Oh my God.
I don't understand. Curtis, did you buy me this drink? Are you gonna finger bang me?
Are we gonna go sit in the booth?
Are we gonna sit in the booth and you gonna finger fuck me?
Roll sound.
Right. Yeah. Fucking Cheryl, I don't know why her character exists. Right?
Mm-hmm.
She serves no purpose because I assumed at first, I was like, okay, well, Decker's just trying to get in with her so he can find out where Midian is because she's friends with Lori.
Mm-hmm. But trying to get to the source so he could follow her.
Right, but it's not like he rides in the fucking car with her.
Mm-hmm.
He could have just followed Lori. He didn't have to befriend Cheryl. Cheryl is she is cannon fodder in this story. She's just insignificant.
I know, but I think that's exactly what it is, though, because he's clearly a killer. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just out, hunting his game, trying to. Again, he feels like he's a monster and he belongs in Midian, and that's where he wants to go, right? So the more people he takes down, the closer he is to reaching his end goal in his head, I feel.
I suppose I should explain something for anyone that's confused, and I don't know if you're confused about this either, Kevin, but do you know why Decker is so intent on killing Boone at this point?
I don't. I just know that he was using Boone as he kind of knew what was going to happen because he obviously knows about Midian. And I always thought that he was just trying to use Boone to get into Midian. You know what I'm saying? But I'm probably wrong. I don't know.
No, here's the reason, and I only know this because I did read the book.
Yeah,
because nerd.
I'm going strictly.
Alert.
I'm strictly going off film the movie. So
nerd alert, nerd. I read the book and I was all like, and but it's a lot more simple than it would seem.
Right.
Okay, so Decker has been up to this point spending a lot of time and effort to frame Boone.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, he's been working really hard at it. Yeah,
he's been working really hard to frame Boone, set him up so he takes the fall for all of Decker's crimes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, once he found out that Boone survived his death and Boone was up and walking around, it became his mission to kill Boone so that Boone can't go to the police and tell them what Decker did.
Right. Yeah.
Right? He's basically just after him to cover his own ass. It's not a complicated story. It's that simple.
That being said, like, if you're in Decker's shoes and you had to kill because for obvious reasons, you think that
that's not the only way you could come.
Well, you let him keep walking unless he had hit that burnout stage that a lot of them hit, and he just wanted to be done with it, but he didn't want to have to serve time and be busted for his shit either. But I don't know. Interesting.
Yeah, he's just trying to cover his ass. If he kills Boone, then Boone can never tell the police what he did.
Yeah,
he was just framing Boone.
Mm-hmm.
But it would suck if you went through all that trouble trying to manipulate Boone into confessing for your crimes to then have him murdered and he survives and is up and walking around. Yeah, it puts you in panic mode.
Yeah, I could see that point, but you spent all this time building the case to sell it, right? So
right.
I would think that maybe he could take comfort in knowing that Boone wouldn't be believed, or they just try to kill him again, like on site. Or maybe he'll just wait and hide behind him and go, he's got a gun.
Oh, shit, I forgot. We never we skipped I that was my fault. I skipped over introduction to Lylesburg and Shuna Sassy. Lylesburg is fucking Pinhead, man.
I know. Yeah. How about that?
Right. I mean, obviously Clive Barker wrote and directed this movie, so Doug Bradley was gonna be in it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I kind of skipped over that. That's my bad. Lylesburg and Shuna Sassy. And Shuna Sassy is always with the side boob, right?
Right. And,
always. Fucking goddamn sexy ass porcupine. That's something I never thought I'd say. But Lylesburg, what are those things on his face? Well, we find out later, I suppose, but they're like they look like gills, but they're oozing.
Always.
I was like, it's like if you know how if you hold your lips together and blow your cheeks up, it's like he did that, but he had a mouthful of pudding or something, because it's like this nasty shit just oozing out of his face.
Like he's got runny noses.
Yeah, like somebody give Lylesburg a tissue. Yeah. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe he blew his nose and his fucking face slits just fucking.
Oh, he didn't let it rage. He just held it in and it just blew out his cheeks.
Right. Because this is also the scene where Boone gets judged.
It is, and a part of this whole ritual too. Narcisse, man, he's over there just hanging out in the background. And they're all being serious, and he strikes his match and lights a cigarette, and he's just like, "Oh, sorry," and they're all looking at him like, "We're trying to be serious right now, man."
Yeah, he acts like he's been there for years.
Yeah,
And
It's so
funny
funny
that
though, 'cause he's not taking it seriously. He's just like hanging out.
right. It's funny you mentioned that because I thought, like, where the fuck is he getting gum and cigarettes?
I
He's
mean,
chewing gum
I'm
and
sure
smoking cigarettes.
if I walked into any gas station looking like he did, I'd be getting everything for free.
They just give them to you.
Yeah, I'd be like gum and smokes and matches.
They'd be like, this crazy motherfucker walked in here asking for smokes and cigarettes, and I said, take it, because that's just, it's just fucking, too much for me.
Yeah.
I'm trolling Kevin a little bit. Sorry. I said I wouldn't do that.
It's all right.
You hit me again, I'm gonna rip your face off.
It's just their way to say, welcome to the club.
I'm not so sure I want to be in the club.
You found your way back here for the same reason I did. We belong here. There's no place else on earth would take us in.
But,
Good shit.
oh man. So, Babette, any thoughts there?
On Babette?
Yeah. Because Lori is at Midian now.
Mm-hmm.
This is after Cheryl and her hooked up and headed to Midian, and so Cheryl's waiting out by the car, and Lori went in to explore, and she finds Babette laying on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when we meet Rachel.
Yeah. So weird. What a weird. It's cool. It's cool as shit. It looks so fucking weird.
Well, I've always wondered, like, with immortality in movies,
Mhm.
like, I think Babette is like a pubic hair, right? And
Okay.
Because the pubic hairs are the smart hairs of the body. Because like your facial hair and the hair on the top of your head will continue growing forever.
Mm-hmm.
But pubes are like, you know what? I think we're long enough. Right? They're just like, I'm going to stop. This is where I stop. We've almost completely enclosed.
We lived our
penis.
life. Yes.
We're going to stop right here. And that's why whenever I'm confused about like immortality in movies, I'm like, because the Nightbreed do have babies.
Mm-hmm.
They even bring it back up. They even bring it up again later in the movie when Boone says, "Do if you're not going to do it for yourself, do it for your children." Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, how does immortality work with children? Because they don't stay children forever. Do they grow to a certain age and then just stop, kind of like a pubic hair?
I guess if you, I mean, I don't know what the age limit is in Midian as far as like growth. I don't know.
Yeah, you're talking about it like it's Children of the Corn. Like, you better not be 18, motherfucker. We're going to kill your ass.
Yeah. We stop you there.
Oh, you stopped right here.
Yeah.
You gonna die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna die.
And I don't think that Babette is Rachel's daughter anyway, because Rachel looks Egyptian, and unless fucking Carrot Top is her dad, that is not her child.
It could be one of those things, sometimes it skips a generation.
She needs to go on one of those shows like
Maury?
Yeah. Yeah. So she can find out if Babette's hers. Well, I guess the woman should fucking know if it's her child.
Yeah.
Maybe I would hope, but maybe Carrot Top.
Well, since she brought it out of Midian, and they get that, how they get those fucking like back alley shots, the black and white back alley shots. Yeah. And it's like that slow zoom in, but she's like that little weird skinless or hairless cat thing that's laying on the fucking thing. That's what they keep showing. She's like, look at them eyes, look at that forehead.
That is 1000% Carrot Top. They'll be like, Carrot Top, you are the father.
Yep.
Oh man. And you know, when Lylesburg comes up and is like, "Quit talking to this bitch. What are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Just get down here." He tries to give away Babette. He's like, "If you want her, take her. She's
Yeah,
yours."
take her. Yeah. This is how we make our money.
Lylesburg is a human trafficker.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. They just take her.
The child has no life to save. But what it has is yours, if you want it. That is the law. Do you want her?
But then he's like, "Fuck off. We're going back down to Midian." But he doesn't close the door. So she just follows him down there. I'm like, "Close the fucking door. Lock it."
She's like, take her. She ain't mine.
Yeah.
Look at that forehead. Look at that forehead.
Yeah, that's Carrot Top, baby. Get that out of here. It doesn't have a soul. Right.
It's funny because we're allowed to do that because I'm like quarter ginger, so we can laugh about it.
You're pulling that card?
Yeah, I am pulling that card. So you're allowed to laugh about it too.
Okay. Thank you, sir. You giving me a pass?
I'll give you a pass.
You're like, my great-great-grandfather was pure ginger.
Oh, try my grandfather, dude. He was transparent.
If he walked out into the sun, he'd burn up like a vampire. Poor guy didn't even have any eyebrows. They was white as snow.
Yeah, dude.
old great grandpa freckled Kevin. Covered in freckles.
Oh, dude, you have no idea. If it wasn't for the freckles, you wouldn't even see him. He's so fucking transparent.
He could stand against like a whiteboard and disappear.
Yeah. No,
probably
like corkboard.
You just see red hair.
Yeah. Floating. Yeah.
There's the ghost of cotton candy floating around over there. Oh man.
Holy shit.
But Lori, so Lori follows him down there, and then Pelican kind of scares her out, and he does the "y'all come back now, you hear?" You know,
yeah,
because they gotta give him stupid ass lines like that relevant to the time,
right? They got when you're in Midian, you have to stay relevant.
You'll come back now.
Yeah,
staying with the times.
Yeah, it'd be fucking funny if Pelican was wearing Reebok pumps.
it'd be even
Boone through the chasing Boone through the cemetery. He's got to stop and go
pump him up real quick, and you pan up and he's wearing a "Where's the Beef" shirt
and a starter jacket.
Yeah.
Hold on, my pumps is low.
His Chicago Bulls starter.
Yeah. Oh, that's how he got the Midian, because somebody killed him for his starter jacket.
And took his shoes. Holy shit. And that shit's great because that's what we grew up with.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god.
Poor fella.
Yeah.
And he's got dreadlocks like you do.
Yeah, I know. Holy shit, man. Fucking hanging out with fucking Mac at night.
Mac. It's Mac 2 night. Man.
I know, but all of it together, it's Mac tonight. Dude, the first when you said that to me like earlier, I think before we even started recording, I was like,
or it is.
"What the?" I was like, "What is that? What they called him in the book?" You're like, "No, Mac tonight." I was like, "Oh my god!"
Anyone that hears that is gonna have to look it up because it's such an old goddamn reference.
Yep.
That even Kevin had to look it up. He's
Dude.
like, I don't remember that shit.
That I solely remembered. I think that was going on around the Max Headroom era. Am I wrong? Because I do remember watching Max Headroom, and I do remember that motherfucker coming on the commercial every time because it was like the big hit.
Like, that's that guy that got a moon for the head. He was so good at that role that they put him in Nightbreed.
I know. Oh my god. All right, so where are we?
Boone arguing with Lylesburg about saving Laurie because they don't want him to. That he's going to break a law for some reason. I don't know. I don't know exactly what this law is where he can't go up in the cemetery and save her, but whatever.
Because she's meat.
Right. Yeah, she's meat. She's natural. Which I would agree because if they were fake, they'd be bigger. That was a low-hanging fruit. Whatever. Boone and Narcisse confront Decker.
Mm-hmm.
And Narcisse says something that confuses me. He says he wants his balls.
Are you gonna kill him or not? Only I want his balls. And his eyes. Unless, of course, you want them.
And his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, if I'm mad at somebody, the last thing I want to collect off of them is their balls.
But them eyes, though.
Yeah, them eyes. He would put them in a teddy bear or something. Just sleep
nuts,
with it.
The balls
embracing
too.
It. Well, you'd have to take the sack also because it'd be weird for just two nuts hanging off a teddy bear.
Just get a. Well, I could see Narcisse just slapping them in a Crown Royal sack and sewing it on there.
Yeah, that would work, but then you couldn't see the balls. I suppose. Whatever. I don't know what he wants his balls for, but I'm assuming he likes balls.
Yeah,
I guess. I'm not judging. You do you, Narcisse.
Boone was all about that idea too. He was like, "Ooh."
Yeah, he was like, "Yeah,
he's
balls,
like,
though."
Yeah, them balls, though.
Them balls, though. And fucking Narcisse. I love Narcisse, but he kind of fucks this whole scene up here because Boone is chasing Decker, and Narcisse kind of gets up on Laurie a little too much, and Laurie screams and kind of fucks everything up.
He's all about it.
Yeah, he wanted to. He's and he says later. He says he sees a pretty girl. He wants to kiss her.
That's all he wants, right?
Yep, he wanted to kiss her and maybe cut her face off. I don't know. But he fucked up. Boone could have killed Decker right here, but that would have made the movie about half an hour shorter. So
yeah,
probably
let him get away.
Minutes.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah, they had to let him get away. But Decker escapes and Boone gets kicked out of Midian by Lylesburg for breaking the law. Yep. I want to see this book. What law? Because they never say specifically. I mean, what law?
Do you think they make it up as they go?
I mean, I suppose Peliquin did kind of touch on that a little bit earlier on when they said when they were going to kill Boone, they said they were breaking the law. So, yeah, I suppose.
They need to organize themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and Lylesburg, played by Doug Bradley, who played Pinhead, couldn't be further from Pinhead.
Right.
Because Lylesburg is a big pussy, man. He's like a he's like a pacifist, isn't he?
Well, yeah, but I mean, as you should be, because they just have this like underground and it's just them, man. They're just trying to live their life,
Right. Right. But when you're living like that, yeah. I don't know. I think Lylesburg is a bad leader.
Do they go in the background of Lylesburg in the book? And
yeah,
does he say he's a fucking pussy?
He's a fucking puss. But I mean, it's just that I guess that's if he wasn't a pussy, the movie wouldn't have had to been made because they wouldn't need a prophet, right? Because Lylesburg would have been like, I got this shit. I got this handled. Don't worry about it. We don't need Boone. Get the fuck out of here. Right?
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here, Boone. You fucking dickhead. But I suppose Decker at the gas station, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Torturing probably the nicest little old man ever.
I've cleaned up a lot of breeders. Families like cesspools. Filth making filth making filth. And I did it over and over and over again. But it was all leading me here. I was born to destroy Boone and the breed together. You're crazy. No, I'm death. Plain and simple.
Yeah, how wild is this gas station too? Like, there's just like shit everywhere. It almost looks like the Sawyer's home in Texas too.
Yeah. Well, you could say that, but to me, it just looks like a man who doesn't have a woman in his life. Look, watch this scene, ladies, because this is what we all devolve into.
Yes.
without a woman in our lives, this is what happens. we just like, yep, that looks good right there. I'll leave it there forever.
Yep, pretty much.
I think we need Christmas lights right here. Fuck it. Just whatever the hell you think. Yep.
That'd be me with a stuffed dog on the table. Like, what you think? What an asshole, right?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's just funny because it's like I see that, and at first glance, you're like, man, that guy lives like a scumbag. But then if you think about it for a minute, you're like, yeah, I could probably live like that. Yeah. It'd be all right. I mean,
I was saying I like their spot they had in the Sawyer's had in Texas too. I thought it was pretty badass.
Yeah, like the rest of the house don't matter. I only need like a 10x10 section where I can put my video games and my TV and
my random trinkets.
Yep, my random rings and trinkets.
Yes.
Oh man. But the Carrot Top baby.
Mm-hmm.
I bet she has a power now because Lori wakes up Midian with Rachel, right?
Yep.
And this is exposition here because Babette has like the touch of she has the touch of exposition.
The touch of expedition.
And it's a pretty cool scene because you know what it reminded me of was Event Horizon.
Oh, I haven't watched that in forever.
But
man,
when she touches her and it goes to that scene of the torture and everything that's happening with the Klansmen.
Yeah, when they're seeing everything, yeah.
Yeah, like I imagined like at the end of that scene, Lawrence Fishburne going, "We're leaving,"
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Because it kind of reminded me of that. But yeah, that's kind of how they tell the past, and
Hmm.
I'm like, I don't know. I'm still not getting anything. If you're just watching a movie, it's like, well, they do look like monsters. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know what to think. And I still don't understand why Rachel still has bleach foil in her hair.
It was.
Oh my
It
God.
was fun. I don't know how they got the KKK involved
Yeah.
because that who that's supposed to be? Looks like them. Yeah. So Lori confronts Loudsburg
Hmm.
and looks for Boone while he is talking to Baphomet. Baphomet, whatever you want to. I say Baphomet.
I say Baphomet.
Yeah, I'm not a snobby highbrow
Now,
asshole.
as she's walking to see this, I'd be so pissed if I was the dude down that corner that has a head in his stomach. And
Yeah.
because she's getting close to the
Man.
berserkers at this point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that
Who the
poor
fuck's that guy?
guy
And what the fuck's he going to do?
get his face smushed when he's trying to have sex, that's a bad place for a face. Imagine trying to swim.
He looks like one of the fucking things that come out of the cooler at the end of Frankenhooker. That's what he looks like.
Yeah, like a society creature. It's like, imagine your friends are like, it's all right, come on into the water, it's only about 4 feet deep. Like, yeah, but my fucking face is on my stomach.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things you can't do. Like you I mean, even taking a bath would be tricky. I lowered although he does have a fat stomach, so you could lay down in the water and just get it up high enough to where your face is still above water.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, my shoulders are baby soft.
Oh my God.
Oh man, yeah, I don't know. There's probably advantages.
Possibly. You got to turn a negative into a positive somehow.
Yep. And Eigerman, Captain Eigerman,
Mm-hmm.
man, he kind of. This is pretty late in the movie when you get introduced to him, but he becomes a pretty big part of the rest of the movie, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's the leader. What's his group called? The Sons of the Free.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's got like a militia.
This whole subgroup.
Which I suppose you don't know yet. I'm spoiling it, but Eigerman's the leader of the Sons of the Free militia.
Mm-hmm.
And also the captain of the police. So, little bit of a conflict of interest there.
Yeah. All these like subgroups and stuff that are going on.
Right. But this is why I compared Narcisse to Chop Top, because when Lori is down in Midian, she runs into Narcisse,
mm-hmm.
and he's got like Nubbin's sister with him.
Yeah.
He's kind of dancing with her or something. I don't know what he was doing. He was kind of singing a little bit when she appeared, but I think he had stopped by that point.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you're very light on your feet. You may not be gorgeous, but you'll do for me. Hopping about already?
Just stay away from me.
Hey, I'm sorry about upstairs, but I did see a pretty face and I just had to kiss it. Hey, you can't go down there.
So, I'm not sure. Has he...
He's just hanging out, man.
Yeah, but he's treating a corpse like it's his girlfriend.
I know.
Oh, I'm just wondering if maybe Narcisse dabbles in a little bit of the philia.
Well, it seems like down there where she was running around, that's where they kind of, I guess every society has like another society within that society that's all the rejects, even though the main society was a bunch of rejects. So who are you going to go hang out with? I mean, who's...
So Narcisse lives on the fringe of the fringe.
Yeah.
He's down in like we bang corpses level.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Gotcha. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
You do you, Narcisse. I'm not judging him. I'm not interested in that bullshit, but look at fucking Frankenhooker. He was banging. Everybody in that movie wanted to bang a corpse.
Mm-hmm. We've had these discussions already.
Yeah. And then Narcisse is confusing too, because if you have your pick of the corpses, he is what would you... He'll take anything because he had a female corpse, but then he sexually harasses Onaka.
Yeah. He don't give a shit.
Right?
He don't care.
Yeah, he don't give a fuck. He's like a hole's a hole, man.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
Oh,
and
my
is this
God.
the first time we get introduced to the Berserkers?
Yeah. When we actually see him, because she's like making her way all through. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see more of those. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they all come out and everything else, but I don't know. It's crazy. Obviously, I didn't read like the comics or nothing, so I know.
I wish.
I told you.
I wish that Onaka would have been like, "Do you want to suck my cock, berserkers?"
Would you like some making fuck?
Would you like to making fuck, berserkers? My love for you goes ticking tock, berserkers.
Yeah.
Like, because he never talks through the whole movie, and if that would have been like the first shit he said,
and then Lori looks over and says, "Did he just say making fuck?"
Oh, yeah. It would have been funny if she like started duetting with him.
Yeah.
Do you want to making fuck? Because she is a singer.
Yeah.
She'll start making her like she's holding in a fart face.
Yeah.
Do you want to suck my cock, berserker?
Holy shit. Holy shit.
Oh, man.
It never ends.
Yeah.
Are you from Russia?
Yeah. Talk about throwing up a red flag when Boone and Lori escape Midian.
Mm-hmm.
Lori's like, "Fuck Midian, you belong to me."
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And
your property.
Yeah. Boone's like, "I'm not a piece of meat."
Yeah. I ain't some piece of meat.
He's like, I would have said yeah, but I saw your band. You guys fucking suck. Why are you making them faces? You turtle heading? You got a big old crap on deck.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she wasn't doing herself any justice, certainly.
Yeah. No.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Sweetgrass Inn. What do you think?
Sweetgrass Inn. Oh.
going to the Sweetgrass Inn.
Going to the floor donut.
You guys want some floor donut? You know what's the worst fucking part about that is Clive Barker should have been like, "Are you seriously holding some of it down and tearing pieces off to put it on the top of the desk?" Because that's what she's doing.
Yeah.
It's like, if you grab that piece and pick it up, you can put the whole fucking thing up there at once. Is it too heavy for you? Watch that scene again. I was like, what the fuck is she doing?
It's like a cream puff too. So it's like
Yeah.
it's not like it's like a cake donut to where you could pick it right up, you know?
Well, she still could have picked it right up. She's the one that was tearing
all in
it
pieces.
apart.
Yeah, but it was all in pieces.
No, it
Imagine
wasn't. She tore.
She was tearing
tore
it in pieces. Yeah. But when it
Don't
fell, it
simp.
splatted.
Kevin, don't you dare simp for this woman. She is doing she is doing something really stupid. But the redemption of this scene is it is really fucking cool how the feet kind of walk up to the desk and she looks down there and sees it and then looks up and there's the fucking head on the desk.
That shit's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then it like flows into her and he just comes behind her and fucking stabs her. That whole scene's sweet. Yeah, absolutely.
He teleported behind her.
Well, he can.
I know he can. It's established in this scene. I'm not gonna look into it any further. I'm not gonna look into it any further. As far as I'm concerned, Decker can teleport.
Yep.
I'm not questioning it. It is fact.
So Boone's smelling blood, and you know it's really getting his nerves up.
He's chubbing up a little bit. It moved. He's like, there's blood in here. My fucking cock is getting hard. That's how he can tell.
Yeah.
It's not that he smelled it. He was like,
my old beef thermometer.
I got butterflies in my stomach.
I got butterflies.
There's blood somewhere.
It's like, you know, when you be driving with your parents and you go down one of them hills.
Yeah. And your penis be all tingling. Oh man. Fucking I don't understand. He got like, I guess because Pelican bit him. He's got all of Pelican's powers because he even does the smoke thing.
Yeah, it's like he absorbed some of his energy within.
Yeah. Because he's pretty similar to Pelican at this point, other than their looks.
Yeah, he still has the same symbols though that appear on him. You know, they have little similar symbols. Did they explain any of that in the book? Nerd.
It's like filigree.
Yeah.
Right? He's like filigreed. Like somebody. Like you could probably do tattoos. Wait till some kid fucking loves this movie and is like, Kevin, tattoo my fucking face with this bullshit that he's got.
With this bullshit.
With this bullshit that they drew all over Boone's face. I want that on my face. Would you
Did you say
it?
what he drew all over his face?
That shit. That bullshit.
That bullshit
that
he drew.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't real. Yeah. I mean, they put it on somehow. You'd have to.
Shit they drew all over his face.
If some
like he's like a fucking like he's Lil Boone, like SoundCloud rapper.
Yeah, Lil Boone.
Lil Boone.
He's a mumble rapper.
Yeah.
I like that, Lil Boone.
Lil Boone.
Oh man, yeah. So you might get like a SoundCloud rapper coming into your shop.
Yeah, hell
some, Cabal tattoos.
Yeah. Some Midian shit.
I want that Midian filigree tattoo. You know, make me look pretty.
I want that Midian bump. I want that Midian bump.
Yep. I love when they but the whole him smelling blood and the murder scene in there was because Decker was trying to set him up. So it looks like he murdered again, right? Because he's still trying to play that angle.
Yeah. Set him up for another okie doke.
Yeah. But the police actually catch him and put him in jail.
Mm-hmm.
But I fucking love when it's a SWAT. I'm assuming it's SWAT team. Gets Boone. I fucking love that the one guy's like, Christ, he stinks.
Yeah.
Like, did Lori, because Lori was, I'll give Lori credit. She's in love with him and she's all about him.
Mm-hmm.
But he objectively smells bad, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I mean he's been through some shit, that's for sure.
yeah. So what we can assume from the situation with Lori and the way Boone smells is that old Boone must have himself a thigh slapper. That's the only thing that makes sense. Because he doesn't have any money. Right? He lives in a fucking cemetery.
Yeah. He lives in a hole.
He smells bad. He lives in a cemetery. He's got no monies.
No monies.
So, thigh slapper confirmed.
Yeah, that's usually how that works out.
The man's got a fucking hog on him.
Oh my god.
You don't go through life with a micro penis and no job. It's just not it's just not in the cards for you. Sorry. But
I like how when they go in, like when they go in to take his vitals and the doctor's like he's dead. Like he's so aggressive when he's grabbing him, like he's like, oh my god.
It reminds me of Return of the Living Dead. He's like, what do you mean no blood pressure, no pulse?
Yeah. And they take a moment, like, they huddle real quick. Yeah.
Yep. And nobody asks questions. Eigerman's like, what the fuck? He's dead?
Yeah.
Like,
let me pull my gun on him.
If a doctor told me, if I saw Boone and a doctor told me he was dead, I was like, are you fucking retarded? Look at him. Yeah. He's not dead. Fix your fucking shit. Go back to school, you asshole.
He ain't dead. He's a wappa.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he is departed.
Yeah.
Wink, because he's a SoundCloud rapper.
Yeah. It's a little Boone.
It's synonymous.
Yeah. Go out while you're on top.
I love Eigerman's little press conference. Mm-hmm. There's like 10 people there.
Yeah.
And they're all snapping photos. They're like, tick, 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 tick.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. And then the guy comes in and tells him he's dead. And he's like, wait a minute. He's dead?
Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Oh, man. That shit's funny. But you know what the saddest part of this whole movie is?
Oh yeah, Onaka.
Well, not even that, man.
Sad.
When the police arrive at Midian and they do get Onaka,
mm-hmm.
I'm not even kidding, man. It kind of tugged at my heartstrings seeing this poor little dog sitting there watching him. It wasn't even what they were doing to Onaka necessarily. It was the reaction by Frank. I was like, little sweet dog. I was like, you poor little guy. He had to sit there and watch them beat Onaka to death and
let him rip his nipple ring. That was like that's the first thing they grabbed, man. It was like they grabbed him up and he was like get that out of there.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was like kind of like is that Team America, the where he's like, surprise, cockbags.
Yeah.
because what's the Patine? Is that the cop's name? He's like, yeah, we're just gonna go over this way, and then he turns around and runs in the door and he's like, surprise. And Onaka's like, oh shit. It sucks because then they focus in on the little dog and he looks sad and he's scared.
Yeah, dude.
I was like, I got a soft spot for animals.
Yeah. It's a sad scene.
Yeah. Yep. And then our boy Narcisse torches the police car.
Fuck yeah. Coming back in for it.
That's a Midian mobile. The fucking Midian mobile. I don't even know where he got that fucking car. Where do they keep it? How do they maintain it? Who puts gas in it? Where do they get the gas money?
Again, I think Narcisse goes and he, like, when he's going to get his gum and smokes, he's like, I need some gas too. And they're like, just take whatever you want and get the fuck out of here, you nasty motherfucker.
Narcisse is selling foot pics on OnlyFans.
He's buying
like
buying cigarettes in Kentucky and running them up to Canada.
Yeah, he's not getting rich on OnlyFans, but he's making enough to buy gas and cigarettes.
Yep.
That's all you can ask for when you're living in a cemetery.
Yeah. Holy shit.
I love Narcisse. He's my favorite. He is the best. Well, we did get introduced to Ashbury, and you remember that's who I compared Frank to from Children of the Night.
Mm-hmm.
Who I wanted Frank to be like. He became kind of a fanatic.
Yeah. Yeah, they both definitely.
I'm not sure. I'm not certain why Ashbury's in jail or why Eigerman recruits him when he also so casually casts him aside later on.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not sure why he thought he needed him in the first place. I don't know.
I don't know. It's weird. They need him in there though.
But when they form their little militia, the Sons of the Free, they got that weirdo like showing them the guns and shit, and then he licks the garrote.
Yeah.
Like he's having sex with it or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like a scene out of a trauma movie for a second.
You can always count on your friendly garrote.
It's commies, freaks, a third world Y chromosome mutants. We are their Sons of the Free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like so out of like the like it's so not the tone of the movie, kind of like how they throw in Narcisse's little gags and stuff here and there.
Yeah.
It's so not with the tone of the movie, but it's still funny.
I know it's such a weird thing, you know what I'm saying? Because this movie is supposed to be so serious, but then they throw in those little quirks, like I don't know. It's cool, but I don't know. It's a weird little jokes.
I fucking love the scene when Narcisse and Rachel rescue Boone. Narcisse seems like such a badass in this scene. He fucking punches the glass out of the window and just basically kicks the shit out of all the police. He's like the fucking Terminator in this scene.
Wearing his fucking cowboy hat and shit.
Yeah, he's fucking awesome.
Where is he? Where's Boone?
Reach through the door.
I love a coward.
And then Rachel, she reveals her powers, which is titty distraction and kiss of death.
Yeah,
right.
Man's ruin.
She turns into smoke.
Yeah,
goes through the fucking door, and then distracts with titty and kisses of death.
Yep, just like that.
That is a deadly combination.
Who the fuck's gonna shoot at smoke anyway? Like when she's coming through with smoke, like what kind of officers?
Smoke, who's gonna shoot a woman with her titties out? Right?
Yeah.
I bet that's never happened ever. I bet there have been police officers shot by a woman with her titties out because they wouldn't shoot her.
Yeah, that's possible.
I bet that's happened. I'm gonna have to Google that after this.
You Googleize it.
I'm gonna Googleize this because it's like the yeah. I mean, I bet that's never happened. You don't. It's just like you don't shoot a guy in his dick. You don't shoot a woman with her titties out.
Yeah.
It's just, what do you call that? It's etiquette.
Yeah. Pure etiquette.
Titty distraction and the kiss of death.
Do you think that like she's sucking souls, or do you think she's blowing smoke into them to kill them, like smoke inhalation or whatever? Because he's like spitting smoke out. So does she cook him?
Well,
does she like smoke him?
Well, she's naked, so I choose to believe that she's sucking. But
either that or he's never seen a naked lady before and it was just too much.
But I'm gonna have
that's why he was shooting at her.
Yeah, I'll have to email
bad baby.
I'll email Clive Barker about this.
Yeah.
He'll be like, she is definitely sucking.
Oh God.
And then finally Boone is free, and him and Lori basically try to, they start to have sex in the cell.
Mm-hmm.
And again, a through line of all these movies, he gets cock blocked by Narcisse of all people.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's trying to, keep his mind at the business at hand, not this business.
Right. He's like, come on, man. There's no time for that.
Where's your head?
Yeah. Where's your head at? You should have fucking jerked off before this.
Yeah.
But our militia finally arrive at Midian.
Mm-hmm.
And you know who, with Ashbury, but you know who Ashbury reminds me of?
Who?
Does he remind you of anyone?
It's not Lamar this time.
It's not Lamar, and I know I do this too often. It's just that's the way my brain works. I see somebody and I'm like, that fucking guy looks like he looks like Ugg from Critters 2. Johnny Steele.
He does, doesn't he?
Yep.
Johnny Steele.
Sounds like a porn star.
Yes.
He's and Johnny Steele always reminded me of Tim Curry.
Yeah. Yep.
It's
the eyes, man.
Yeah, at some point we're going to have to do like an entire episode just on Tim Curry.
Well, absolutely.
Cuz he's the fucking man.
Sure is.
Rocky Horror, It,
mm-hmm.
Legend, man.
Clue.
And his music career. Remember we were talking about that when we went to see Rocky Horror recently?
Remember his part in what was it, The Littlest Witch?
Yeah. Well, wasn't he in
Anything
Mystery
can
Men
happen
also?
on Halloween. I don't know what he says. He's like, your dog could turn into your cats.
We're gonna go to this could go on forever, so I'll try to reel us back in, but fucking Tim Curry's awesome, and Ashbury reminded me of what's the actor's fucking name? Is it something man that played Ugg in Critters 2?
I can't remember his name. Yeah.
Terrence Mann. Mann played Ugg. But Critters 2, best Critters, just saying. If you're gonna watch Critters 2.
I think you should do 1 into 2 and just let it just go back to back, just like you should do Friday 13th and Friday 13th 2.
Well, with Critters, watch 1 and 2 and then pretend that's the end. It doesn't. There's no more after that.
It's able to happen because I don't believe that there's a Texas Chainsaw Massacre 4. So,
yep. There you go. I don't even know why you would suggest such a thing.
I know.
But Ashbury, our man Johnny Steele, is walking around the cemetery, declaring no evils here. He's blessing the corpses of the Nightbreed.
Mm-hmm.
And Eigerman isn't happy about that.
He's absolutely not.
Bitch smacks him, backhands him to the ground.
He loves messing people up with them gloves on.
Yeah, Eigerman's a fucking asshole, man.
Dude, for real. He plays a really good asshole in this too. Like the guy they got, he just pulls it off so well.
Yeah, and then Joyce, Detective Joyce, is he a detective or whatever?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
his death scene and with Decker, and I thought it would be funny because he finds the mask inside the car.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it would have been funny if he, and I know this is stupid, but this is just the way my brain works. When I saw this scene, I was like, it would have been so fucking funny if there was no problem, like he didn't recognize. Because how would they know what the mask was? They haven't seen the killer.
Yeah, they just think it's some weird,
he
weird
sees
gimp
the
thing.
mask, and he sees the mask, and he's like, "What the fuck, man?" So then Decker kills him, but I thought it would be funny if he just started going like, "How do you see through the buttons?" You know, and it triggers Decker.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at it, and the only holes to see through are the little holes that the thread goes through on the buttons. I was like, Jesus Christ, man! If you want to survive, if you want to survive Button Face or whatever they call him, sidestep him. The guy's got no peripheral vision. Right?
Yeah.
He's looking through. He's literally looking through buttons. He's giving himself a handicap.
Mm-hmm. Still a badass mask though.
Oh yeah, fucking looks sweet. I'd love to see him eating hot dogs through that zipper though.
Some glizzies.
Yep. I don't know why.
Gobbling on them.
Gobbling on them hot dogs. Totally goth. Oh man.
Yeah, shit's hitting the fan. They fucking blow the fuck out of this place, don't they?
Well, they try to.
Yeah.
Boone is doing his what is that? His motivational speech.
Yeah, he's getting everybody pumped.
Yeah, this is why I said the pubic hair thing about Babette, because he says if you can't do it for yourselves, do it for your children.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see a lot of children anyway, but whatever.
There's also like a shit ton of caverns down there too that, you know, maybe there's some baby berserkers, you know.
Do you want to suck my cock, berserker?
Do you like some making fuck, berserker? Did he just say making fuck?
Oh, so the militia gets down into Midian, and Decker's chasing Lori around, and Narcisse confronts Decker. And at this point, I'm like, Narcisse is gonna fuck him up because he just, like I said, he just terminated the police station.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I know Decker's a fucking serial killer and everything. So he's probably good with the knife and whatever. But he kills like the one family that we saw Decker kill was like pretty homely looking couple, you know. They didn't put up much of a fight.
Well, no. It was an easy one.
Right. But my thoughts on that is like how is Decker such a good fighter? Because Mike Tyson didn't get to be a great boxer by beating the shit out of housewives, couch potatoes, and children. so,
but I mean, he's this rich guy. I mean, he could be doing some kind of crazy training like this Batman. Entire time. Yeah.
Decker is like Batman. He just secretly trains, and then he picks out families that just don't really put up a fight.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I only mention that because of what happens a little bit later, but I was very disappointed by. But anyway, I just don't see how he's a formidable foe because yes, he's a serial killer, but Narcisse and the Nightbreed are immortal, kinda.
Yeah, I mean, to an extent.
Yeah. But Ashbury pulls a gun on Eigerman because he's fucking sick of this shit. He thinks that the Nightbreed are good, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Eigerman punks him out and calls him a name.
Yeah.
What's he call him?
A very happy boy.
Yeah, he says, "You happy man."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we'll say. But we'll go on and watch the movie. You'll see.
You'll fill in the blank.
Yeah, you can fill that.
So as soon as Sassy shows up,
well,
and pretty much she takes out a couple of the cops, right? Like she just starts shooting them with her porcupine quills.
Yep. Well, look, she's a fucking porcupine. I don't care what her titties look like. The police should look, or the militia. I would write a new rule for the militia next time you do a siege or whatever they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Masturbate beforehand, and Shuna Sassy would have had no powers over them.
Right.
But she literally showed him her boobs. She's a fucking porcupine, although they are like Southern gentlemen, right?
Right. Yeah.
So it's like it's because that's kind of bestiality.
Right.
It's probably a gray
one
area.
You wouldn't forget.
Probably a gray area. But yeah, if they would have masturbated before the siege on Midian, they might not have been killed by Shuna Sassy.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying she didn't have nice little titties on her. I'm just saying. Control yourselves, gentlemen.
Control yourselves.
Control yourselves. What are you doing?
So Boone gets the go-ahead to go ahead and release the berserkers, right?
Do you want to suck my cock, berserkers?
They want to release their cousins from Russia.
My love for you goes ticking tock berserker.
What if that was the theme that was playing when they started coming out?
Well, yeah, I fucking wish.
Look, we can make it out! But we need fighters. We're not warriors. What about the berserkers? Madness. They're uncontrollable. Better yet, let them out. We are the tribes of the moon. You said so. The tribes of the moon. I'll release them.
You know, did you notice when Lylesburg gets shot, his face slits open?
Mm-hmm.
And we finally get to see that they're eyeballs.
Oh, yeah. And underneath all of that, yeah.
That is some pink eye fucking shit if I've ever seen it. If your eyes are leaking pudding, start washing your hands after you use the toilet. You're giving yourself... what's he doing? I mean, I guess you are in Midian. You probably can't get good quality toilet paper.
No. Well, I mean, they might be using pine cones. Corn cobs.
He's given all 6 of his cheek eyes pink eye. Wash your hands, man. What the hell?
For your health.
Yeah, for your health. And that shit's contagious. It'd be funny if at this point in the movie, Boone's eyes started swelling shut and oozing pudding.
Because he touched them.
Because he touched him. Fucking Lylesburg got the pink eye.
That's what really took down Midian.
Yeah. If 2 eyes is contagious, imagine 8 of them motherfuckers.
Oh, shit. And the berserkers are just people that were untreated for pink eye, and that's just what they turned into.
That's just an advanced stage of pink.
Yeah, because if you look at them, their eyes are all grown over with those big tumor-looking things. So they just put them underground so no one would find out.
Yeah. He's got stage 7 pink eye.
Wildesberg just didn't want to admit that he had pink eye this whole time.
Yeah, he's like, it's like he like a fucking fart. He's like, it wasn't me.
Yeah, the one who said it spread it.
Yeah. Whoever smelt it dealt it.
Yeah. Holy shit,
oh
dude.
Man. And there's courtesy. If you've ever been in a fight with somebody, there's like the man code. You don't grab dicks. You don't grab balls, right? The berserkers do not follow the man.
No.
Because as soon as they show up, hand through the ground, grabbing a fucking cop's dick and balls and squeezing. They're out to break the rules right out of the gate.
Absolutely. Their love for you is breaking cock berserker.
Yeah. My love for you is breaking cock berserker. Did you notice? And I know this is the child in me, the childish 13-year-old me. But does it not look like the berserkers got fucking cream pied in their mouths? Every one
absolutely.
of them. I was like, ew.
Well, maybe that's what. Well, we didn't see, but maybe they were just running around sucking everybody's dick.
And with those teeth, that's why the sons of the free flee for their lives.
They're like, we've been there. We don't like it. And it's not just because they have pink eye.
Yeah, they run out with fucking scrapes all over their dicks and pink eye so bad that their whole head swells up.
Yeah,
like a pumpkin. It's Pumpkinhead origin story.
Yeah. Oh shit!
And then in the middle of the whole battle, we still get a little bit of exposition with Peliquin revealing the prophecy to Lori.
Yeah, he like kind of comes around. He's like, "You gotta listen.
Listen to this. Look at that. That's me. Like all these years, you didn't realize that was you. You're literally the only one with the predator hair." right. It's like you didn't know that was you in the prophecy.
Yeah. Nope, not at all.
He's like, I just fucking realized this. Look at this fucking guy in the prophecy. That's me.
It only took a truck to run me over.
Yep, I'm literally the only fucking guy with predator hair, and the guy in the fucking drawing's got predator hair. I don't know. Senior moment.
Holy shit.
But the next scene is what I was talking about. That was the most disappointing scene in the whole fucking movie. When Decker shows up with Narcisse's head on a stick.
Yeah, and throws it to Boone.
Yeah. And he's, he's getting in another look. He already stabbed Boone in the chest, didn't he, earlier in the movie? And Boone just laughed it off. So why would you attack Boone with the knives again? The only thing I can think is that he was trying to cut his head off because it seemed to work with Narcisse.
Yeah, that's probably what he was trying to do. And the whole fight scene too, like he gets in there and starts just beating the fuck out of Boone, and Boone's supposed to be this beast, but maybe Boone just can't fight. And no matter what, even if he turns into this beast, maybe he's only good for kissing, like he was doing in that cell. He's not good for fighting. Well, maybe if he would have tried that on Decker, this could have turned out a lot different.
Boone relies too heavily on his immortality. And to be fair to Boone, he's pretty new to this.
Mm-hmm.
Give him about 200 years.
Yeah.
And he'll be an ass kicker.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe that. I also believe that Decker probably already knew how to fight just because he was a serial killer, and just in case he had to overpower somebody, he needs to have that skill set,
Yeah. Yeah, but and that fucking knife that Decker has, how is he not on a list? Like when people are how did that not flag him to the FBI? Because he had to have bought that unless he fucking made it himself.
that whole kit, it's all amputee knives. They're all like amputation knives, like all of them. They're older style, like what they used to use to cut your shit off. You can buy those at
Well,
I mean, they're expensive, but you don't ever get put on a list. It's a collector's item. So
I suppose if you're gonna cut my shit off, I'm assuming you say dick, you would need a knife that big.
Well, I mean, but look at them, and they're great knives, man. I mean, they're
kidding.
sharp. I'm just kidding.
I'm just kidding. I don't want those
That's so
expectations
crazy.
put on me. That's so crazy.
That's so crazy.
but Boone finally, Decker would have won this. If Boone wasn't immortal, Decker would have won this fight 10 times.
Oh yeah, Boone would have ate shit, man.
Because Boone kills Decker with the knife that Decker shoved through him.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Decker technically won the fight, but because Boone is immortal, he had cheat codes.
Well, is it a TKO? Is that what that's called?
Well, he pulls him close like he's trying to dock him, right?
Yeah. Well,
he's like, permission to dock, sir.
Well, that brings me back. That brings me back to my other thing. That power. He's very good at his love. You know what I'm saying? When he's trying to get them kisses on.
Yep. Yeah. He's but that's then Decker, he pushes Decker off the fucking bridge or whatever, and Decker falls to his death.
Mm-hmm. He finally realizes who it is. He's like, "Oh my god."
Maybe I shouldn't have tried to fucking kill him with knives because I'm fucking stupid.
Well, I think he just fucking stabbed him all the fucking way through his chest, right? And Boone's still going. So he's like, well, this will work. And he threw that fucking mirror or some shit at him. He's like, take this. Like it's going to do something.
Well, that's the funny thing too, is like in movies when you get stabbed through the back like that, that is directly through his fucking spine too. Mm-hmm. So Boone should have been crawling with his arms. Like the whole lower half of his body should have been paralyzed by that. Immortality or not, until somebody pulls that knife out of him, he shouldn't have been just able to walk around.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I love that card or whatever is still stuck to his fucking chest too after she pulled the knife out. Is this your card?
Yeah. Surprise!
Surprise! I'm breaking up with you.
It's Magix.
It's Magix. Holy shit.
But our man Boone goes to speak to Baphomet. And Frank from Children of the Night shows up.
Yeah.
That's who I choose to believe that is. That's a side quest.
Side quest.
Frank shows up in Nightbreed to speak to Baphomet and then gets bukkakied with the fucking I don't know what that is. It's not holy water. It's Nightbreed juice.
Yeah. Breed juice. Some grape drink.
he got bukkakied with the orange drink.
With the orange drink.
he got squirted in the face with the orange drink.
Oh my god, yeah.
He's like, oh, it burns. Oh my god. Like, you wanted it, man.
Man? Right? You wanted it, man.
That's what you get. You came.
Oh my god.
I don't know what was in the little thing, but he got fucked up by it.
Yeah.
And Boone and Laurie's relationship, weren't they kind of a new couple at the beginning of the movie?
Yeah, you thought that this... Yeah, relatively. I mean...
Doesn't this next scene throw up like the biggest fucking red flags you could imagine?
Well, I mean, their entire relationship so far was on a red flag. I mean...
Right. But I mean, he dumps her and she fucking kills herself on the spot.
Yeah. That's definitely a flag.
I mean, we saw him earlier in the movie get shot and his little frog legs, unless the fucking pants, it didn't look like he had much of a dick there. So,
where he got all froggy legged.
Yeah, where he got froggy legged. So it's not something's got her. She's fucking in love with him, but her response to him, he wasn't even dumping her either. He was like, "I'll be back."
Yeah.
And he said, "I'll be back," and she still fucking kills herself. He should have walked away. He should have been like, "You know what?
I'll see you." Yeah.
I'm out.
I didn't sign up for this. He's like, you got baggage, bitch.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Nobody in their right mind would be like, I'm going to bring her back.
Yeah.
That was perfectly normal.
Good thing I found this up before she took my hoodie.
Right. Yeah. That bitch is stealing all your hoodies.
Yeah, dude.
She might have a little doll of you with pins in it and shit. Fucking. I don't. But, you know, I could be I could be looking too much into this because
yeah, well, you know. That's the fun of it, right?
Yeah. It's like if she asks you if she's into astrology and she asks you what your sign is, or when you meet her, you go, "Well, it was nice knowing you. See you later. That you are crazy."
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he brings her back and she's like, "Oh, you love me." And I was like, "Oh my God, this is a toxic relationship if I've ever seen one." You just tell her you're going off to save some people. Literally saving people and fucking saving a whole
colony
town,
of people. Yeah, a whole town, yeah.
Of people, whatever. And she can't fucking stand that to the point that she kills herself so she can go with you. Yikes.
Red flag.
Lori gets a big old yikes. Her song wasn't that fucking good, Boone. Just saying.
Oh shit. If it was, maybe this wouldn't have happened.
Right. Right. She might have been able to get somebody better than Boone. I don't know. Anyway. So Igerman discovers that Ashbury has been mutated.
Yep.
Into a Star Trek alien.
Yeah.
He looks like a...
He's like, what are you now, some Trekkie prick?
Yeah, he looks like something from Next Generation. I was like,
he does look like Next.
They should have rethought that makeup because he looks silly.
I knew you were a Star Trek geek.
Fucking Trekkie.
I'm just waiting for the show, man. I'm just waiting for the convention, man.
You're one of those Trekkie gays, aren't you?
I'm just over here waiting for WizardCon.
Well, he picked on the wrong Trekkie because Ashbury fucks him up.
Yeah.
He just gives him the squeeze of death.
Yeah.
Puts the squeeze on him.
He puts the squeeze on him.
He's like,
he kind of actually looks like one of the bad guys from Dick Tracy.
Yeah. It is.
They call him, I don't know what they fucking, I don't know, ball sack head or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, he's nutsack head.
Nutsack. Sack head.
Yeah,
Wrinkle puss.
I I'm Smushy Puss Face Man. Do you got any smushy pussy faces? Oh, you just need one?
Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
So that's the end of Eigerman. Ashbury fucking pins him up against the wall and squeezes his neck until he dies.
Mm-hmm.
And that's almost, I mean, basically the end of the movie is just the rest of the survivors in a barn waiting for Boone. And that's kind of where the comics pick up if you can find them.
Yeah. Which is great. Now, see, after like when we were talking before we did this and you said you went through the comics, because I was like talking about, man, at the end of the movie, it just fucking leaves off, like gets you going. And then, you're like, well, just pick off and you get to see what Decker does, right? That's what you're saying. It kind of follows that.
Well, it's after the movie, but it's been like 20 or plus years since I've read the comics, so I'm not sure. But I do remember that it does pick up at the barn. Like it literally like picks up with Boone showing up at the barn and kind of leading the Nightbreed.
Yeah.
To, they have to find a new place to live.
Yeah.
Because Boone shows up and this is basically a movie about a prophet who shows up and just fucks everything up.
Yeah.
They were perfectly fine without him.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's probably why people don't like this movie. But whatever. I love it.
I think it's great. I don't care.
Fucking fantastic.
It's got some of the coolest shit in it. And I mean, even still, I've said it a couple of times, but I think, Decker, just as him as the murderer was awesome in this. Like everything was just written very well for him, for that character.
Decker and Narcisse are worth the price of admission.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you get to see Pinhead as a big old pussy.
With pink eyes.
A pacifist with many pink eyes. I mean, his other 6 eyes are literally shut the entire movie.
Yep.
So they are. He needs some antibiotics or whatever.
Yeah,
he needs
some
to get rid of
eye ointment. Stay out of school for a little while. Oh no, I'd say probably about a week per eye.
They're like, squirt some of this orange drink in it.
Yeah. Go talk to Baphomet.
That's what it was. That was Baphomet had his pink eye medication.
If only he could have gotten there in time.
Yep. Dunk your fucking face in this, you dickhead. It'll get rid of that pink eye.
And wash your hands.
Yeah. Stop pooping on your fingers. The paper's there. The paper's there to wipe your butt, not to wipe the poop off your fingers. You're screwing this all up.
Now go wipe your eyes.
Yeah, and not with the used toilet paper. It's like Lylesburg is just so stupid he can't even comprehend why you would use clean toilet paper to wipe your face with. That's a waste, isn't it?
Yeah. He's super
I can flip it over and use the other side.
He's a fucking tightwad with all their budget. Yeah. I've been pinching pennies for 300 years to pay the rent on this motherfucker.
That's not a bad idea because he could probably go into Walmart unnoticed.
Mm-hmm. Well, as long as he doesn't have pink eye.
Well, he's always got pink eye, but I would be willing to bet that there's always someone in Walmart that's got pink eye.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, shit.
Anyway, that was Nightbreed.
It was a fun one.
Yep. If you guys want to hear us make asses out of ourselves as usual, email us at deadnotespodcast@gmail.com. Tell us how stupid we are.
Please do.
But until then, I'm Alan.
I'm Kevin, and I don't have pink eye yet.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.